Hey, I have a second channel. Cube Compium DDX.
Hey everybody, so here I have this HP laptop in for service, and this is an HP, well, let me see here, it's a Probook. Ain't really saying the model right up front. Let's take the battery out. So this is again, it's a laptop I have in for service, and the reason I'm making this video is this is actually a rather nicely built laptop. So HP Probook 650 G1. So if you didn't know already, this is a business class laptop, not a consumer grade. And the thing is with laptops over the years is, used to be consumer grade laptops and business grade laptops were both decent. Though the business grade laptops always had a little bit of an edge there. But of course, in recent years, the quality of laptops, both consumer grade and business class, have really deteriorated. However, this laptop here, I will say, it's actually built quite nicely. So the reason why it's in is because one of my coworkers bought this. I forget where, but basically they took the hard drive out of it, so it has no hard drive and no OS, and they're gonna purchase a solid state drive for me to install. That way I can load Windows 10 on this thing. So put the battery back in, and of course, as you can see, we actually have an 18650 lithium-ion battery pack, not a LiPo pouch cell that or pouch pack that you typically have in laptops now, which I'm not a fan of. Personally, I think LiPo cells are more prone to exploding than 18650s. And also, they're not as easy to replace. I mean, look, I just took the battery out to show you the information under there, and put it back in. That's how easy it is to replace a typical old school laptop battery. And let's get you to look here. You're pretty nicely built. The screen, not as great as I've seen, but this screen I'd say is a little better than a lot of laptops from this era. I mean, it still is kind of structured around the LCD. So there's your screen right there. You can see it's, of course, pretty thin. Not as thin as I've seen, but these newer laptops, they're basically structured. The lid is pretty much held together by the LCD, which itself is fragile. So they're always tend to breaking. Keyboard, typical modern day laptop keyboard garbage. It's got the, I think, little chiclet keys, as you think they're called. It's got a fingerprint reader right here. I'm not sure how much battery this thing has on it, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. Just want to start it up and show you the BIOS, which the BIOS is a total wreck. It's got this this newer UEFI HP computer setup utility, but I can't say though I do like how this thing is built. So literally, so that's in the lock position. You open that up like that, that's unlocked. And it literally just pops right off, and you have access to your memory, have access to the Wi-Fi card, have access to the hard drive, which would go right there. And you also have access to your CPU and cooler. So theoretically, you could upgrade the CPU in this thing. And it's got a socketed CPU. Not the typical soldered on garbage you have nowadays with laptops. So, can't say that stuff is pretty easy to access in this thing. Like again, the RAM, hard disk drive, CPU and cooler, Wi-Fi card. Now I would have liked to have seen easier access to the Cmos battery, which holds the date and time in the settings. Now I should mention that the laptop's battery typically will keep that power, but let's say you take the battery out or whatever, or the battery gets low enough in charge, the Cmos battery on board will take over. It's like in a desktop computer when you have it unplugged. I also have a optical drive right here, which, yeah, this computer actually has an optical drive. And of course, there's a reason why modern PCs are starting to get rid of the optical drive, or some already have. Or with desktop computers, they've retired the tried and true 5¼ inch optical drive in favor of putting a laptop style drive again in a desktop. So yeah, some things I definitely do like about this machine. And again, the battery just pops right out. This is the original battery, it looks like. This claims to be 4910 milliamp hours. So I'm going to say that it has probably 2400 milliamp hour cells. Trying to see if it says the country of manufacture or the brand of the cells. Cell origin Korea. So it's likely LG Chem or Samsung lithium-ion batteries. So this battery was manufactured in September 2015. So this is like a 2015 laptop. So by this year, a lot of laptops from this era were already starting to really do away with the traditional removable 18650 style laptop battery. Now my you see the little red HP laptop that I have, it actually also has an 18650 pack, but a lot of newer laptops, again, even high-end machines, we're really starting to do away with the traditional laptop battery pack. So I will say I do wish more laptops were built at least to this standard. It would be a lot nicer. You know, the HP that I'm talking about, the red HP, it's in my laptop bag in the living room. I ain't gonna go get it right now, but I do have a video up on the channel somewhere of trying to replace the RAM in it, and that thing, you gotta take the motherboard out to get to the RAM. It's that bad. So we're gonna reposition the camera, and I'll show you the BIOS on this thing. Okay, so here we're looking at the laptop again, and I'm not sure how much battery we have, so I'm gonna plug in the AC adapter, and we'll start this up. So again, no hard drive, no OS. While the actual laptop itself is built pretty decent, the BIOS it has all left to be desired, but I'll show it to you anyway. And it boots up so fast it gives you hardly any time to press the keys. I think escape is what we need to press. There we are. Alright, so we'll do BIOS setup, and you can see the setup utility on this machine. It's of course UEFI, but it looks almost like what the HP website looks like. You got, of course, got the white and all that stuff. System information right here. It's a Core i7 4712MQ processor. It's got 8 gigs of RAM with room to upgrade. Again, has no hard drive. So you can see this utility is just it's just not that great. But I mean, you can configure basic stuff in here and stuff like that. Again, not going to be doing much without having Windows installed. So I think this laptop was retired out of a state agency somewhere. I think maybe in a state government. I don't know. and it was put up for sale. Probably the state IT department or something like that was putting them up for sale, and I think my coworker paid like maybe $100 for it. Of course, as is, without a hard drive or any data. That's kind of, I guess I would say, the protocol for when stuff like this is sold. They take the drive out and remove the data. What kills me is they took the drive out, but they also took out the cage and didn't even put the drive cage back in. That just bugs me when technicians do that. If for any reason I am, even if I'm taking apart a computer and just basically parting it out and sending off the rest of the stuff or whatever to, who knows, Goodwill or whatever, even when I think the computer is pretty much have of no value, I still try to leave things like hard drive cages and stuff like that. Now, if I'm totally scrapping a computer, yeah, it's a little different story. But if the computer has good parts in it still, I generally do keep like hard drive cages and stuff intact. That way, someone in the future, if they desire to fix the machine, if it's their desire to fix it, they can. They don't have to deal with stuff like drive cages and things like that. Now, we're putting an SSD in this thing. Most SSDs these days are usually plastic, so I'm not too worried about that. Just pop it right in there. But on some laptops, you can't even do that because of the way the drive cages are designed. So anytime you're parting out a laptop, it's important, or even a desktop, it's important if there's a removable cage for a drive, leave it in there. Just leave it in there. But anyways, guys, just want to show you this laptop here. Now, of course, as I think I mentioned, I don't have the SSD just yet. But once I get that, I'll be putting Windows 10 on this thing. May or may not do a video of that, I don't know. But anyways, that wraps up for this laptop. Hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Well, everybody, that wraps it up for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the computer channel, and be sure to tick that bell so you'll get notified when new videos are posted. Also, don't forget, I have a whole lot of other interesting videos here on the channel to check out. And also, in addition, I have a second channel, CubeCompMTDX, where I have all sorts of other videos not exactly related to technology. Links to the channels are available at the end of this video. Again, I thank you for your support and thanks for watching this video.